today we are talking about Nervos. Shout out to the Nervos community, holding it down through the dip. CKB is where we want to be. Before we talk about the Nervos price action and their Universal Passport, I want to kick this video off with a message. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor. If you are a community member of the decentralized movement, please email your state representative and let them know you support technological innovation and want to know more about their position on crypto regulations. Nervos Network price is rising higher and higher. Let's jump into this. Welcome back to the channel. We have breaking news coming to you live from Boston, Massachusetts. So welcome back, everybody. It is, I am glad to be back, and happy holidays. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. So I am thankful for the prices out there in the markets, and CKB finding support at the 3-cent line. And this is a historical price for us, and we've had many interactions with this price range. So dating back from March, we saw our first resistance at this zone, and we even tested it for between April 6th and April 19th, and before we fell through, broke it temporarily, could not hold it as support on May 12th, and fell with the rest of the market during the Bitcoin dump. So we revisited this 3-cent zone back on November 5th, and this has been a heavy zone of resistance for us over the past month, but we finally have broken above it and have tested it as support. So where will we go from here? Well, the Nervos Network has some really important updates happening, and that have happened recently. So we're going to talk a little bit about those, and Elliott wave theory here, and we are in the beginning of our 5th and final wave, impulsive wave for this cycle. So I put this little bars pattern here, and this is an estimate of where we might be heading based on our first impulsive wave. So I do expect a little bit of sideways choppy action here, and Bitcoin may or may not pull this price down a little bit here. We may come back and revisit the 2.6 cent price. I don't think we're going to fall much further than that. If we do, we would be looking down here to the 2.3 cent mark at our 50-day EMA. But price action, so for the rest of the bull market, so somewhere in January, February, we could be reaching somewhere around 7 to 8 cents. And this bull market cycle may extend a little bit further. So if it does, we can expect CKB to reach my earlier prediction earlier this year, as many of you guys know, which I said will hit 15 cents this year. Is that possible? I do believe it is. And we're going to cover a couple of things of why I think that's true. So for one thing, the Ethereum force bridge between Nervos Network and Ethereum is so let's take it back a little bit. So on October 14th, 2021, Nervos announced the integration of Band Protocol's Oracle services onto its Ethereum virtual machine. EVM compatible layer 2. This EVM compatible layer 2 is called Polyjuice, and following its previous integration onto its CKB layer 1. So the integration will give Oracle access to decentralized applications that are built on the Nervos network and enable Solidity-based smart contracts that are running on the Ethereum blockchain to be ported over to Nervos and use Band's oracles. So developers will also be able to use Nervos's other layer 2 tools, including ForceBridge. So then on October 20th, Nervos said that after announcing a partnership in June, Nervos Network nodes went live on Anchor, which is building an infrastructure platform and marketplace for Web3 stack deployment. The integration makes it easier to host and run Nervos nodes. Running a Nervos node via Anchor's platform allows operators to run a validator at full capacity in an easy-to-use environment and pay in cryptocurrency. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried to run a node on Nervos, but it can get a little complex back there in the back end. So a day later, Nervos said that the Collect NFT marketplace had started their beta testing, bringing non-fungible tokens to the Nervos network. On the 9th of November, Nervos welcomed MyCrypto as a partner to support its expanding ecosystem. So MyCrypto is an open source tool for creating Ethereum wallets, sending ERC20 tokens, and interacting with the blockchain more easily. So, and then on November 11th, Nervos announced a new partnership with DIA, which is an open source Oracle platform that enables market actors to source, apply, and share trustable data. DIA will be integrated into Nervos' recently launched EVM called Godwoken in order to provide a reliable Oracle service for dApps building on this layer or porting over from Ethereum. So there is a clear line of interoperability going on between Nervos and Ethereum. So what I think is going to happen is we are going to see Godwoken, Polyjuice, and ForceBridge, which are the three integrations that make up the Nervos Universal Passport, become more and more integrated into the blockchain community. So one of the things I want to say is Godwoken is, so for those of you who may not know, Godwoken is the EVM compatible layer 2 blockchain that runs on the Nervos network, which has recently went live on the Nervos mainnet beta. So what does this mean for the Nervos network and their partners? Well, the main impact is that Ethereum developers can now use the EVM or Godwoken and port their existing code bases right over to the CKB. More importantly, if developers want to boost the functionality and reliability of their dApps and become part of the next generation DeFi ecosystem operating on the CKB, Godwoken is the perfect solution. So developers follow a simple application process to get whitelisted on the Nervos Godwoken EVM, and once the whitelisting application is received, you will be sent instructions to enter the private support channel. Along with Godwoken, Nervos crossed a key milestone back in October when the first cross-chain bridge, ForceBridge, also went live on the Nervos mainnet. The main participant on ForceBridge, as everybody knows, is Ethereum. It was our price catalyst, which brought us up into the 2.2 cent range, and we've never returned since. So So the Force Bridge, which now has cross-chain functionality with the Nervos ecosystem and Ethereum developers, can allow Ethereum developers to move their dApp functionality and tokens seamlessly between Nervos and Ethereum. This accomplishment provides increased interoperability and token liquidity. Both these applications are a major step in Nervos' Interoperability 2.0 plan, which their vision for a fully interconnected blockchain ecosystem is quickly becoming a reality. So for Nervos community members, keep an eye out for the next phase of development. And so there are a lot of things getting ready to launch here, so keep your eyes peeled. So we can expect wrapped CKB on the Ethereum blockchain. And we will see the most anticipated upgrade, the ADA Force Bridge. So Nervos, interoperability with Cardano, and the revolutionary project, the long-awaited Bitcoin Force Bridge. So complete interoperability with Bitcoin. These are all upgrades in the development of the Nervos Network's Universal Passport. So the Nervos Network Universal Passport is a suite of tools used to support the next generation of interoperability that will empower the creation of universal applications, or apps that transcend individual blockchains to work seamlessly across every chain in the ecosystem. As you guys can see here, MEXC Global will now support Nervos Network's native token standard to expand its reach in Asia. So with this new integration, projects building on the Nervos blockchain will be able to easily list their tokens on the MEXC crypto exchange. So MEXC might not be a big exchange out here in the West, but in Singapore, MEXC is one of the leading crypto exchanges. And so part of the process is Nervos will be integrating their SUDT standard, which is a native asset that can be used on exchanges, and allow listing and marketing resources to projects launching tokens on Nervos. So this will allow a seamless cross-chain functionality with MEXC. So pretty interesting stuff going on here. The Universal Passport. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this because, as many of you guys know, this is Nervos's a big win here. So let me just go back here. Didn't mean to click off of that. Excuse me. So the Universal Passport currently includes Force Bridge, PW Core, and Polyjuice. So these three components of the Universal Passport basically solve the high barriers to entry, cross-chain circulation of assets, and the premise that dApps do not need to change their code to be fully and truly interoperable. These three components are based on top of the underlying layer 1 public chain called CKB. The combination of these solutions, along with the additional layer 2 protocols and dApps, Nervos Network users have access to the entire blockchain ecosystem, which includes every chain. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot, every single blockchain. This is how the internet became the most widely used ecosystem, and we are going to see blockchain take a similar path of development. So as you guys can see here, this image sort of represents these three important components of the Universal Passport to solve the high barriers to entry. These components are based on top of the flexible underlying public chain, and through the power of the underlying public chain of Nervos CKB, with layer 2 components, applications, users, and assets have access to blockchain ecosystem that is likened to the internet as we know it today. So very, very exciting stuff coming down the pike for Nervos. So to summarize, keep an eye out for the next phase of the Ethereum Force Bridge, which includes wrapping both CKB and NFTs from the Nervos ecosystem over to the Ethereum blockchain. This being developed concurrently with the Cardano Force Bridge project. After the Cardano bridge is launched, Force Bridge will connect to more layer 1 and layer 2 blockchains, including Bitcoin, Avalanche, Polkadot, and some others. So Nervos is taking a phased approach towards decentralization, and we will see bridges being launched between every decentralized blockchain. Nervos is a sleeping giant and is working hard to evolve a globalized, decentralized financial ecosystem. So shifting over to the Nervos Network CKB has climbed 128% since the beginning of October and has climbed 735% since the start of the year. So where is CKB going this year? Well, as we talked about just a little while ago, we can expect CKB to triple in price and potentially quadruple by the end of the cycle. So I am expecting 12 to 15 cents. And I am currently not an investor in Nervos CKB. So I don't want you to think I'm shilling this coin because I have an investment in it, but I am just really psyched about their technology. Something to note for future holders of CKB. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But what we can expect in the short term, so let's just come down a little bit here and zoom in. So we do have support at the 3.15 mark here, and we found brief resistance here, but strong resistance back at the beginning of November. Then if we take it back, we did find support here back in April. So I do expect that this will be our support line. We currently touched this wick on the 2.9 mark, but have been holding steady around 3 cents since. So if this zone, this 2.9 cent zone does break for some reason, we will look for support down here at the 20-day EMA or the 50-day EMA, somewhere down around 2.3 cents. I do not foresee CKB falling farther than that unless Bitcoin fails to hold the bull market support, which is the 21-day moving average. So as long as Bitcoin does not break its bull market trend, I am pretty confident that CKB will continue to perform very well this year. So that is all I have for you guys today. That is the latest update on Nervos Network, and thank you for supporting the crypto community and the evolution of blockchain technology. If you, I just always encourage people to reach out to your state government officials and let them know that you support cryptocurrency, that you are a taxpayer. And I just think that more people need to speak up about their support for cryptocurrency, because a lot of the times these politicians don't realize that we are voters, right? And there are some politicians and representatives in the government that support the technological innovation, but we cannot allow technological innovation to be stifled. So continue to support your community, and we all just need to come together So, I just see a lot of negative crap going around on Twitter. People, I don't know, talking smack about Cardano and blah, blah, blah. But, Cardano will continue to go higher, and we are going to see Cardano come back to life when Bitcoin, starts its uptrend. And we know that it's going to get back up to $4 or $5. And while other projects are sitting still, Cardano will continue to rocket into outer space. What's really important here is the sort of dissension that is happening across the blockchain ecosystem. It is, we just all need to come together here and support this, this ecosystem and this, decentralized movement. Because let me tell you, if things keep going the way they are, there will be, the divide between the rich and the poor will just continue to get wider and wider. So we got to break these chains, man. Got to break these chains. Everybody have a good rest of your day, and I will check you out tomorrow.